and happy June. It is officially my favorite time of year, and I know you may be thinking, Nicole, you lose it over pumpkin spice and the holidays and all of that. And yes, while that is true, my birthday is this month, baseball is in full swing, and it being June means that pumpkin spice season is just that much closer. Southern California thrives during this time of year, and with that, so does roller skating. There is a lot of opportunity to skate outside if you are in a warm climate, and for those of you who summer is not coming up, I am so sorry, but for the majority of us, summer is almost here, and that means it is peak time for roller skating. So with that, we will be working on some long, strong, beautiful skills, the spiral and the arrow spiral, and some drills to go along with it, as well as What's Love Got to Do with It, which is an accidental tribute to Tina Turner because I had planned to do this choreography and she just recently passed away. So it's a great song to skate to, it's a great song to move to, and we will make her proud. Memberships are available on my website and on YouTube. So with so many things to work on, I want to give you a structure to follow. Week 1, we will be working on drills 13, which is 1 foot balance off skates. This is to get us ready for our spiral. We will be doing squats, jump squats, and this one leg toe touch balance exercise that I really love and need to do more of. So we will be doing that at least 2 times this week. If you can do more, please do it, but I want you to try to do at least 2 times. The drills videos are all fairly short, so they're pretty easy to get through, and usually it is 3 exercises 3 times through. So if you need to cut it even shorter and just do 1 time through, you totally can. Now on to our spiral, also called an arabesque. You may see this a lot in artistic skating. We use spirals a lot. The camel spin is pretty much a spiral while rotating. There are a lot of different uses for it, but what it requires is one very strong base. Your leg that you're standing on needs to remain slightly bent, and you have to have complete control over that. Now, when we are skating outside especially, there can be debris in front of us. We want to make sure that our area we are skating when we are practicing spirals is as clear from debris as possible. Now, speaking of skating outdoors, I want you to review the sidewalk skating video and the boardwalk skating video. Now, sidewalks and boardwalks have a lot of cracks, and when we get our skates, oftentimes the first place we want to go to is the beach. It can be a wonderful place to skate, but it can also be a terrifying place to skate. With so many cracks, there are ways to actually roll over them without having your front wheels hit those cracks. When you are skating outdoors, I really do encourage you to wear outdoor wheels. When I first started skating outside a lot in 2020, I did not even own outdoor wheels. I mainly skated in skating rinks, and so getting outdoor wheels was a game changer. I personally love Atom Pulse. Those are my favorite outdoor wheels to wear, and they can roll over almost anything. But when you are skating outside, just like that spiral, I want to make sure your knees are slightly bent at all times. Take your time. I like to learn things inside in a safe place and then take it outside where I may have more room. So it's totally up to you. Some of us love skating inside, some of us love skating outside, but have fun with it and stay safe. Okay, on to week 2 and our beginner intermediate choreography. All of my choreography is broken into beginner, intermediate, and advanced. And I do encourage you, no matter what level you are, to start with the beginner intermediate. And then if you're feeling confident and want to check out the advanced. With our beginner intermediate choreography, a lot of it is done fairly stationary and learning how to shift your weight from one foot to the other. I will be using my toe stops just a little bit in this choreography. So I do want you to try that out. If you're not super comfortable on your toe stops, there will be quite a bit of work on them this month. But in this choreography, we start with 1 foot balance. So back to our drills 13 and back to our spiral, we are really drilling that 1 foot balance this month. I start by standing on one leg and moving my other skate around to end in a pose. This choreography is very posy, and very feisty if you want to make it feisty. I really want you to use your hips a lot in this and work on balancing from side to side as you move your body. As long as you tighten your core and keep your knees slightly bent, you will be good to go. To get ready for our advanced choreography, which we will focus on in a little bit, I do want you to start playing with those toe stops. In this choreography, I use my toe stops a little bit. I almost always use my toe stops at least a little bit in choreography. If you don't like wearing your toe stops, it's totally okay, not a problem. But to get ready for the advance and start playing with that toe stop, I want you to try out the toe stop strut. Now, if you're like me and you are about 5 feet tall, standing on my toe stops makes me feel very tall and very powerful. It truly feels like I am walking down a runway. That is literally what I picture when I'm on my toe stops and strutting. The world disappears and I am strutting down a runway. I am 6 feet tall. In reality, that's not the case, but we will try that out. And then I want you to try to rotate on your toe stop, doing a toe stop spin. Now, when you are on your toe stops, a lot of us think that you have to put pressure in the center of that toe stop and rotate. In reality, when you're doing a toe stop spin, when you're doing any spin, I want you to think about your edges. Now, you might be thinking, I'm on a toe stop. How am I going to do an edge? I just want you to imagine that you are doing an edge. So on your toe stop spin, if you know what I'm talking about with the edges, I want you to think like you are doing an inner back upright. So when I rotate to my left and I'm doing my left toe stop spin, standing on my left toe stop, I imagine that I am drawing a circle pressing on my inner back edge. Check out the video. I do feel like I explain it a lot better when I'm actually showing you the spin. Okay, now on to week 3. We are going to be doing drills 4, which actually focuses on toe stop balance. We will be anchoring one leg down by putting pressure into the toe stop and then doing edges with the other foot, picking it up to balance, and even rolling into a lunge while still using that one toe stop to anchor us down. It's really fun to practice these drills because you can do them off skates, but you can also do them on skates. When you do them off skates, you can do it with your foot flat, but if you really want to challenge, try to go up to your toe and balance on the ball of your foot. That will kind of mimic that feeling of a toe stop. And then into our arrow spiral. This has a lot of different names. The bow and arrow, the arrow, grabbing your foot, holding your foot. Basically, it's a spiral while holding your other foot in your hand. And this can be done many different ways. We use this a lot in artistic skating, mostly for like body movements, and there are a lot of spins that actually use this grabbing your foot. It's a lot of extra points. Great thing to learn. It's also very beautiful. So when I was thinking of the spiral and the arrow spiral and what I wanted to cover this month, I just kept thinking summer, and I kept thinking palm trees and the beach and the sunset and these beautiful photos that you can get in these poses. So that is what I was thinking of in this. All of the technique that you learn in the spiral does still apply to the arrow spiral. You just have to grab your foot. Now, when you do hold your other foot in the air, then your hand and that foot are attached. So if you do end up hitting anything or losing your balance, try to, as calmly as possible, let go of that foot and control it coming down, because we don't want to panic and have one more thing to throw our weight off. So if anything does go wrong, please try not to panic and try to soften your knees and get low. We want to make sure we don't throw our heads around, throw our arms around, like make sure everything stays as still as possible and we just kind of sink into the ground. But I really don't like thinking about what can go wrong, so let's talk about what can go right. To practice for our spiral and our arrow spiral, I want you to work on your pushing. Now, if you think about it, a spiral is just like a really long push and stretch. So the push and stretch video is a really good one to check out, as well as the strong outer forward edges. You can actually do spirals on outer edges, on inner edges, and flat without an edge. You can do them forward and you can do them backward. More on that in a moment. So I really want you to practice your edges. Everything comes back to your edges. I've been getting a lot of messages, which makes me so truly happy, from people asking what they should be practicing in what order, or if they have like an event coming up and they want to know which skills to really focus on before that event. It all comes back to edges, almost always. So strong outer forward edges is a great place to start, and then inner forward edges are very important. Of course, in my skills page, there are a lot of different categories, but edges is number one. It is the first one up on the skills page. And then you also have forward skating and backward skating. So sticking in those sections, you'll find a lot of stuff to practice and a lot of different things to focus on that will help you throughout your entire skating journey. And backward skating, I said I would come back to that. I want you to focus on the backward skating video, the backward scissors video, and the backward pushing video. When you are skating backward, make sure you use your backside, aka your butt. Make sure you use it to balance. Don't be afraid to push it out a little bit. I know when you are learning how to skate, a lot of us say, myself included, try not to stick your butt out because it'll make your chest go forward. You want everything to be under you and you want to be able to stand up correctly. But when skating backward, I do encourage you to sit a little bit more, bend your knees, put some weight back in that booty to hold you back there, because we want to make sure we aren't leaning backward, because that is a really not fun fall. So make sure you are using your butt to help you balance. And lastly, week 4, our advanced choreography. This advanced choreography is very fun and very challenging. I was going to say, it's not, no, it is challenging. It's not challenging in the sense that it's very quick and there's a lot of difficult skills, but it is challenging because we are using our toe stops a lot and posing. So I love to use my toe stops. I know that's not a surprise to any of you if you've followed me for a while. What I really, really hate is when people shame people for using toe stops. Toe stops are a tool. They are there to help us. They can help us stop. They can help us balance. They can help us pose. They can help us stay still. They can also help us dance. When I'm dancing on toe stops, I feel like I'm dancing in high heels because it puts my weight in that same spot, and it will help you to stand up really in a proper way. So if anyone ever shames you for wearing toe stops, send them my way. I will handle it. I wear my toe stops almost all the time. I rarely take them out. There are certain skills that you may want to take your toe stops out, and there's nothing wrong with that as well. So don't shame anyone for using toe stops or not using them. It's a personal preference. All is well. Worry about yourself. Don't worry about anyone else. This choreography does involve a lot of different fun skills, like a high kick and an outer back toe stop spin. So I talked earlier about starting the toe stop spin. Now, speaking of those edges that I was talking about, we are going to do an outer back toe stop spin. So I do this on my right foot, rotating to my left. So that is, hopefully you can picture that. Right foot, rotating to my left. We do this in this choreography. Like any piece of choreography, I want you to feel comfortable and I want you to make it your own. So if you have to take anything out or if you want to add anything, go for it. My feelings will not be hurt one bit. If you want to take double the amount of beats that I take, go for it. If you want to speed it up even faster than I do it, that's okay too. Whatever you want to do with the choreography, do it. I want you to have fun with it. I want you to make it your own. And with everything that we do, with everything that I teach, with everything that we actually do on skates, it's all about having fun. It's all about making time for yourself, about enjoying your time on wheels. Even if you are a competitor and you are competing on your roller skates, it all comes back to having fun and doing it for you. So throughout the month and always, I want you to really focus on that. Enjoy your time on skates. Enjoy that time you are taking for yourself and have fun. At the end of every month, I do ask you to submit your progress. So this can mean anything, a little dance you're doing on your skates, a new skill, drills, choreography, anything you want that you are proud of. I want you to be able to see your progress month over month, and I want to share that with everyone. So if you feel comfortable sharing your progress with me, please do so. And if you do not have a membership, please check them out. I absolutely love providing these videos and memberships for everyone. They have been so helpful and so fun for me to make, and it is beyond amazing to watch the progress in everyone, and this community that has developed out of it is completely the cherry on top. So if you want to check it out and get a membership, memberships are available on my website and on YouTube. So those links, all the links are below. Check out the full blog on my website, and I will see you later.